Welcome to the Press for Conversation podcast. This is your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got a special guest. He's a recording artist and a singer-songwriter from Hyattsville, Maryland. Give it up for Ralph Hughes. What's up, man?
Hey, I definitely appreciate you for bringing me onto the show. Everything is blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the people out there that don't know who Ralph Hughes is, can you give us a little short abbreviation of who Ralph Hughes is?
I would say wrapped in all, Raphael Hughes is artist, a spoken word artist, a singer, a songwriter, a rapper. I pretty much kind of cover all those bases. And I'm an artist who's influenced by a lot of 90s hip hop, a lot of 90s R&B, and somewhat modern day music, modern day R&B and hip hop as well, and all that in the collective with the little, I wouldn't even say a little bit of culture, with a lot of culture.
Yeah, so you say dealing with the culture. I see you're a songwriter as well. Have you ever wrote songs for anybody else besides yourself?
Yes, I have. I actually have a song, intro song for and I'll give them a shout out while I'm doing this, but it's a podcast. It's called Seven Sisters Podcast, and I actually did the intro song for them, and I've done some songwriting for a few other artists as well.
Okay. When you write songs, what's your thought? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you're writing a record?
Usually I try to go off of the beat, usually, I'm used to writing outside of a beat because I do spoken word as well. So usually like the beat kind of guides me to the feel for the song,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of take it from there and see how I can put different melodies and harmonies and different things like that, and then get the context of what I'm actually trying to what message I'm trying to deliver.
So how do you deal with writer's block?
Um, that's a good question. I actually sit down a lot of times and I try to work through it sometimes, but sometimes you get to the point where you just gotta just take a break and just relax yourself and come back to it and see what different ideas you can come up with,
Mm.
even if not like the best ideas, it might be, you might say something that you just like, because I have a song that I actually just put out, which is called Prodigy. And that whole song, it's a spectrum of a place that I don't really touch,
Right.
you
Oh,
know,
okay.
and it was just like free flowing. What can I put, like what's my thought process? What am I, sometimes I think a lot of times writer block come from overthinking,
Mm-hmm.
um, so sometimes you just got to sit back and just those thoughts that you just might say, nah, this won't work. This is not good. Sometimes you just got to put that on paper and then it'll start to flow. So I would say definitely try to get the water flowing for your brain, your brain flowing.
Right. Well, if you ever get, a songwriter block, you can always write a song for me called Ladies in the Tub, with Mr. Layback Corey, You
I
could
got
always you could always write a song called Ladies in the Tub. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it too explicit. Don't make it too explicit because I got
you.
people.
I thought you know what I'm saying. If you want your levels, man, if you can say one to 10, one to 10,
Yeah. So man,
I can write I can write a 10.
you're right. But man, you know what caught my attention is on Instagram for the people that just joined. This is a Press for Conversation podcast. My special guest is Raphael Hughes from Usville, Maryland. What caught my eye, ladies and gentlemen, is a song called "Seen It All," and I like the "Seen It All."
Mm,
The "Seen It All" record was nice, but then again, once I got through listening to "Seen It All," I listened to a song called "Prodigy." And that was a great song as well. So you make sure you check
hey,
him out, man. I mean, he's a great artist. He's a great up and coming artist, and I really like his music, and I feel his music. So I see that you like the I see the drive, I see the passion,
mhm.
I see the hustle. What gives you the ambition to do music?
you know, um, it was something that I always wanted to do. It was something that at a young age I kind of avoided because at a young age you kind of taught like to put steer your drive towards stuff that is like heavily security based. You know, you have a lot of full security, but sometimes you get off the you start to swivel away from what your dream is, you know, and you had this one life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's very important to not look back and say I should have did this, or I should have did that, or I should have did this. So it was something that I always was passionate about. But
Hmm.
then it was just like, if you want to do this and you want to, I want to look back with no regrets. You know what I'm saying? So um, that just kind of pushed the drive. You know, just to know that at the end of the day, I left what I needed to leave. You know, as my legacy. You feel me?
I totally agree, man. I totally agree with you on that. And that, I think it's a great thing to have that going in. What is the greatest opportunity you ever have since you've been doing music? Have you ever had the chance to sit in the studio with a Grammy Award, Academy Award singer? Have you ever sitting there with a great local artist from where you at? What's the greatest opportunity you ever had while doing music?
That's a good question because I've had a few different great opportunities. Um, One great opportunity was to work in Atlantic Records studio.
Mm.
Um, Let me see.
So how was that? How was working
Some
at
other
Atlantic?
great opportunities.
How was that working at Atlantic
I mean,
Records?
it was dope. It was dope. It was a dope experience. It was a short experience.
Mm.
Oh, it was. You hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, it was dope. It was a dope experience. It wasn't something. It was just an opportunity experience. It was a short period of time, but it was dope to see how everything how things function on a like a higher tier of business of music business, you know. But other different opportunities, a lot of times I feel like different artists who's coming up, you know, I feel like sometimes we overlook those opportunities, which when we look back on it, we're gonna be like, dang, that was a really dope opportunity. So I know some artists, some local artists that I know have so much talent and they're putting the grind in. And I look at I try to highlight them because it's like in you know when you get to a certain point and then you have those stories and you look back and you're like, dang, I was in the studio with this person, I was connected with this person. So a lot of my DMV artists, you know, who's coming up, having those experiences, you know, in the studio is definitely dope. But outside of that, um I can't think of any specific situation performing for like 93.9 about a year ago. That was a dope experience.
Mm.
Um
So if you like, give us a rundown, a little small rundown of the people you would want to do and write music for in the industry.
okay, cool. Um some of the people I would like to write music for, I feel like I can write music within their lane. I would say on a bigger scale, um I would say, let me see, I would say Rod Wave. I love to write for Rod Wave. I love to write for I don't know if you heard the artist Murray.
Yeah,
I
I
would
remember.
love I would love to write for him. Um, and that's within that space of that melodic, like hip hop type of vibe.
Mm.
Within R&B sector, you know what I'm saying? I would love to work with like different artists like Molly Music. I would love to work with John Vinyl. I would love to work with, and I'm just going off my head right now. There's a lot of different artists that I would love to work with, you know, but I'm just thinking within the style frame type of situation who I feel like I could fit in their niche and I can, you know, add value to their music.
Hmm.
You know, I guess two of each.
So I used to do songwriting myself. If I had the opportunity to songwrite, even though the person's not here anymore, I would love to do songwriting for Michael Jackson,
Yeah,
Aaliyah, and I would love to do a song with Left Eye.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. I wanted to do the tears. I wanted to go into the tears as well. Because if I could write a song for anybody right now, for real, it'd be Stevie Wonder, man. It would be Stevie Wonder, definitely. Like that would be. If I heard Stevie Wonder singing, I would write a song. I would spend I would spend 2 months in the studio, like just writing the song. Even if it's one song for Stevie Wonder, I make it the best song I could ever make. But that would be a crazy dope experience to have that on me.
So
But
who's your favorite songwriter?
yeah. Songwriters. Stevie Wonder is one of them. Neo was always a big, like one of my biggest inspirations in songwriting, just because of the complexity of how he could go to different types of songs. And it might be, some of them might be within the same genre, some of them might be outside of this genre, some of them might be for men, some of them might be for women. It's just like, and I like the dream as well. I like I mean
Oh,
it, yeah, those are some of my top writers who I
well,
can go back.
right. That's well. If you don't mind me giving my top songwriters, one of my top songwriters is like you said, Neo the Dream, Rico Love, um,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Yeah,
Leslie,
dope.
Ryan Leslie,
Dope.
Missy Elliott, and
Dope.
I think his name is Roy LaFine. I don't want to say his name wrong, so we'll leave that blank. But James Fauntleroy, there, James Fauntleroy. He's another great songwriter as well. So
I,
so
I gotta
this
check him out.
it's a great thing, man, that to see you writing music, man. So how is it down there? How's the music circuit down there in Maryland?
Um, I mean, music circulates. Like you got a lot of artists that a lot of times you don't really um like say like constrict them to the DMV, but you got like a Ari Lennox and you got like a Brent Fires and you got like a Wale and you got like different other artists as well who's paving the way. But I feel like DC has so much tremendous talent. I feel like it needs to grow the marketing for it. I feel like the marketing in DC to a certain degree lacks, so a lot of artists who's merging out, they got to go different other places, you know what I'm saying, to get that same type of connection, unless you come up and you got your, like you usually like rappers, you got your hood behind you, you got some type of, vehicle, people who supporting like what you doing so much from the beginning, that that just starts to take from the center to just build up, you know what I'm saying?
I absolutely totally agree. So how did you come up with this great song, Prodigy?
Prodigy, be honest with you, so my cousin and me, we start working on a project. My cousin, he's a artist, he's an engineer out in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So we just sat down and we was just like creating songs together, and we was like, we gonna create a project. And the project kind of ended up falling through, but we had all the different pieces and the different songs that we're still putting out, you know what I'm saying? But Prodigy was a song, I heard the beat, it was just like, and shout out to Devin Trey, you know what I'm saying? He's the actual beat maker on that jump. But basically, when I sat down and I listened to the beat, I just felt free. I just felt free. I just felt like a sense of freedom. So I'm not gonna hold you. Like I went to space where I just was like, I'm gonna turn up and I'm just gonna create. Whatever comes from it, I'm just gonna create. I'm just gonna create. And actually, nothing in Prodigy was written down. It was just, let me
Wow.
record. I'm in the home studio. Yeah. Nothing in Prodigy was written down. Just like I told my cousin when he put his verse on it, I told him, don't write nothing, just whatever you feel, put that down on that beat. And it came out beautifully, and I kept questioning myself at different points where I was like, this is very like elementary, in some of the stuff that I might be saying, but a lot of what I said has context to it, where it might sound a certain way, but if you listen to it over and over again, you start to see. And to be honest with you, as an artist, because I write, like I say, I write spoken word. As an artist, sometimes you listen, you write something, or you have an idea, and then you go back and you start seeing meaning in your idea. You subconsciously created that space where you created a deeper meaning than what you just was putting into it, and then you start to realize you're like, oh, that's it's more, so I wrote Prodigy lit, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. I mean, when did you start doing music?
I started doing music at a young age. I started singing at a young age, probably about the age of 6, 7 years old, and I did that. I was like taking singing lessons for some time, and then I had just been doing like music, but it was to myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And later on, when I got a little bit older, it was something that I never felt a comfort in. I never felt the confidence in, and I had a bro of mine actually like listened to my music, and I was just playing around, like playing him some music, and he was like, you got something, bro. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, when you look at him and you just like, all right, bro, okay, you're just saying that, And now he's like, you really got something. So he told me to come down to Massachusetts because his dad is actually a A&R. So
Oh wow.
he basically told me, yeah, come to Massachusetts if if you enjoy like that process, this process that we're gonna go through. I want you to just keep going, keep pushing, And from that day, I enjoyed it so much. It felt like something that it felt like a different level of freedom, you know what I'm saying? So in the writing process, it felt like a different level of freedom as well. It felt like you could, put your words out to the world, and you can put it in a way where people connect to it differently. And that's what I like about spoken word as well. Like what you get out of my message might be differently than what this person gets out of my message, but you get something. And from there, so that was about that was what 2000, like late 2017. So late 2017, that's when I start recording, and from then I just just been doing it ever since, and just been trying to grow and just work on my craft, be better. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I had a dream, man, that I was in the record studio with nothing but my boxers, my beater, my do rag on, and a bowl of cereal, and I was making songs about losing weight, but I kept gaining, So I mean, it just happened like that. It just
Yeah,
happened like that, man. I mean, it just happened.
yeah. You see,
Be on the lookout.
now you might
Fat Boy Records coming out soon. Be on the lookout.
have been talking about you might have been talking about the people around you. You might be losing, you know what I'm saying? Losing the people, like you might have extra weight, you know what I'm saying, with the people
Yeah,
around you.
well,
It's you know, that's
hey, I was losing my mind because I damn sure wasn't losing the weight. Oh man, for the people out there that want to get in touch with you and want to get a chance to listen to your great music, how can they do so?
it's different ways you can do that. So basically I actually have a new website, and I'm um frequently like updating it. So I'm going to put a lot of my new music on there, so they can go directly to that website at ralphhughesmusic.com.
Hmm.
And if you're just looking me up on whatever is iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, whatever platform you use, you can just look up Ralph Hughes, like Ralph Lauren, but not the Lauren part,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ralph Hughes. And I'm planning to for my spoken word as well. I'm planning to do a vlog soon. I'm planning to do a vlog and a blog like with that. So I kind of want to like get more into that as well. So those different things. So I'm gonna have that on my website as well soon. So they can anybody who want
So,
to check me out, you know what I'm saying, can go.
so quick question: what's your favorite R&B song you like to listen to get you crunk, to get you in the mood of writing?
What's my favorite song? Um, get me in the mood of writing. Cool. Okay. Let me see.
R. Kelly.
I hmm. Nah, but I'm not gonna hold you. R. Kelly, as much crazy stuff R.
Man,
Kelly did.
y'all gonna
R.
leave my boy
Kelly
Kels
has
alone,
bangers,
man.
man.
Y'all gonna
But
leave my boy Kels alone, man.
yeah, we gonna take Kels out of the situation because we're not gonna get flagged at this right now, man. But I mean, I like to be honest with you. I don't think it's one specific song. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in the gym, I'm not gonna hold you. I go to the OT Genesis, push it, man. When I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to get at it, and I know that I'm feeling lazy that day, I play push it. But I don't know if it's any song that I would say that I go to just specifically for writing. It's more so what type of beats, you know. Um, it might be beats that catch my ear a lot of times with like heavy bass, with like pianos, with like violin stuff of that nature. But I mean, but it can vary, to be honest with you, because I jump around, but I know those a lot of times catch my ear real quick where I'm just this the vibe. But I wouldn't say it's any specific song that I jump to.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
for those joining in to this is the Press for Conversation podcast. This is your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got my boy Ralph Hughes on. He's a great singer and songwriter, recording artist from the state of Maryland. So y'all want to check him out, y'all can look like he said. Y'all can look him up on YouTube, right? YouTube,
Yeah, most definitely.
YouTube is
YouTube, I'm actually updating my YouTube. I would say Instagram is my main page right now. I'm trying to get the Twitter activated, you know what I'm saying, moving, get that thing moving. But yeah, I'm gonna be on YouTube soon. Just follow, I mean, or just check out my Instagram or check out my website right now.
okay. Like there y'all have it, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Press for Conversation podcast. Once again, this your host, Mr. Layback Corey. Thank you so much. Peace.